Week 24, Saturday. A reading from the Sermon of St. Augustine on the Shepherds. Offer the bandage of consolation. The Lord chastises, Scripture says, every son whom He accepts. And do you say, perhaps you will be exempt? If exempt from suffering chastisement, then exempt from the number of His sons. But you will say, does He chastise every son? Without doubt, He does chastise every son as He chastised even His only Son. The only Son, born of the Father's substance, equal to the Father in the form of God, the Word by whom all things were made, could not possibly be chastised. For this purpose, He clothed Himself in flesh, so that He might not escape chastisement. Will He who chastises His sinless only Son leave alone His sinful adopted Son? The Apostle declares that we are all called to adoption. We have received the adoption of sons, so as to be co-heirs with the only Son, and be also His inheritance. Ask of me, and I will give you the Gentiles as your inheritance. He has put before us an example in His sufferings. But obviously, the weak man must neither be deceived by false hopes, nor shattered by fear, lest he fail at the prospect of temptations to come. Say to him, prepare your soul for temptation. He begins, perhaps, to tremble, to falter, to refuse to approach. You have that other saying, God is faithful, who does not allow you to be tried beyond what you can bear. To hold out this promise while you preach sufferings to come is to strengthen the weak. When you promise God's mercy to an excessively fearful and terrified man, not that temptations will not come, but because God does not allow one to be tried beyond what one can bear, this is binding up the broken. There are some people who, hearing of future tribulation, arm themselves the more strongly, and as it were, thirst for their drink. What is a healing remedy for the faithful? They reckon of little importance for themselves, and seek even the glory of martyrdom. There are others who hear of inevitable trials to come, which must naturally come to a Christian, and which no one else experiences but the one who wishes truly to be a Christian. And when such trials are upon them, they are broken and lamed. Offer the bandage of consolation. Bind up what is broken. Say, do not be afraid. He in whom you have believed will not desert you in your trials. God is faithful, who does not allow you to be tried beyond what you can bear. You are hearing this not just from me. It is the Apostle speaking, and he also says, do you wish to have a proof of Christ who speaks to me? So when you hear this, you hear it from Christ Himself, from that shepherd who feeds Israel. For to Him was said, you give us for our drink tears in measure. What the Apostle says, He does not allow you to be tried beyond what you can bear. This the prophet expresses by in measure. Do not cast aside the one who both corrects and encourages you, terrifies and consoles you, strikes you and heals you.